Mario Kart is the Golden Boy spin-off series of Nintendo's Golden Boy. Every entry in the series has been in the top 5 best-selling games on their respective system, with the best-selling game on the 3DS, Wii U, and Switch having been a Mario Kart game. And, unlike every other Mario spin-off series, Mario Kart is not a husk of what it once was. It maintains a level of quality that feels deserving of that Nintendo official seal. Nintendo is very clearly proud of Mario Kart's history of both commercial and critical success, as can be seen by the inclusion of retro tracks in every entry since Mario Kart DS. These tracks serve as a nice way to honor how far the series has come since 1992. It's just nice to see a long-running series like this have a sense of progress and evolution. Really makes you wish Mario Party could do something in a similar vein. Top 100 doesn't count. Today, we're looking at every single retro track in the Mario Kart series, from Mario Kart Super Circuit to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We'll see what changes each retro track makes and whether or not they improve upon the original Nitro Track. I'll be recording how many are better or worse, that way we can do some cheeky analysis at the end. But because I have to stick my opinion in somewhere, I'll also record how many retro tracks I prefer to their original Nitro Track. Now, while the terms Nitro Track and Retro Track originate in Mario Kart DS, that wasn't the first entry to reuse tracks from older games. Mario Kart Super Circuit, released in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance, features all 20 tracks from Super Mario Kart. And even though the process to unlock them is a bitch and a half, it's novel that there are 40 tracks in the game. Unfortunately, it's not really anything more than just novel. All the retro tracks in Super Circuit are just kinda worse than their original versions. The palettes are washed out, the music is off, and the obstacles are just gone. And look, I get it. GBA games used a bunch of bright colors because the system wasn't backlit. Also, the backgrounds are different, which turns the Donut Plains into a rainforest and sees Koopa Beach being invaded by Shy Guy pirates. The music used on the retro tracks is the music from the original game, except horribly compressed. Vanilla Lake and Rainbow Road are easily the most mangled but Mario Circuit genuinely hurts my ears. I can look past the inferior visuals and audio as the GBA wasn't exactly a powerhouse, but the fact that all the obstacles were removed turns the retro tracks into uninteresting scenic drives. It's strange because the Nitro tracks have thwomps in all the Bowser's castles, Mice and Cheeseland, and crabs, bombs, and umbrellas in Shy Guy Beach. I wouldn't imagine it would be too hard to throw on Warp Pipes, Cheep Cheeps, and Monty Moles, or at least put the Nitro track thwomps in the appropriate retro tracks. Here's a breakdown of all the missing obstacles by track. The strangest part is that the Ghost Valley tracks still include the bumps where the racers start, and the Vanilla Lake tracks still have the snow blocks, neither of which appear in any of the Nitro tracks, so clearly some modifications were made to the Super Circuit engine to accommodate the retro tracks. Anyway, it's not worth going through each track individually, as literally the only differences are the lack of obstacles and that each retro track is worse, with one exception. The only cool thing is that each race is still 5 laps, even though Super Circuit's Nitro track races are 3. It's a nice touch. With all that being said, I do like Donut Plains 3 better in Super Circuit. It's the only retro track with a notable difference. This little jump was added and it lets you do this, which is pretty neat. On to Mario Kart DS, the first game to call retro tracks retro tracks. SNES Mario Circuit 1 is a fitting first retro track and manages to completely outdo the Nitro track in practically every way. The pipes are still there, the background and music are the same, and no Mode 7 makes the track look 10 times better, even on the DS. The only issue that this track, along with every other SNES retro track has, is that they're 3 laps instead of 5, but that's really just a nitpick. It's better, I like it. N64 Moo Moo Farm looks sharper than the Nitro track, which is enough to make it better. However, I prefer the Nitro track because the retro track got rid of the Monty Mole minefields, which are just so intimidating. It's better, I don't like it. GBA Peach Circuit makes the washed out palette more vibrant and brings the track into the 3rd dimension, which is enough to improve it. It's better, I like it. GCN Luigi Circuit looks substantially worse than the Nitro track. Luigi's Mansion looks sad and the 2 roads leading to the nosebleeds are MIA. It's worse, I don't like it. SNES Donut Plains 1 improves upon the Nitro Track simply by bringing it into the third dimension. Although it's worth noting that the warp pipes are green instead of red as they were in the Nitro Track. Why were they changed? What was wrong with red pipes? Were they perceived as furthering a communist agenda? Is Mario a communist? Some things will forever remain a mystery, I suppose. It's better, I like it. N64 Frap Snowland just looks better. However, I like the Retro Track less because the snow that falls as you drive feels less cozy and the snowmen are no longer made of nitroglycerin, which is a huge blow to democracy. It's better, I don't like it. GBA Bowser Castle 2 is a vast improvement over the Nitro Track as it turns these rather lackluster jumps into incredibly satisfying jumps that make a fun little swoosh. It's better, I like it. GCN Baby Park looks worse than the Nitro Track, but the real travesty is lowering the number of laps from 7 to 5. Yet another catastrophic blow to democracy. It's worse, I don't like it. SNES Koopa Beach 2 is just better than the Nitro Track. The additional dimension does wonders for it. It's better, I like it. N64 Choco Mountain makes the last 3 bumps further apart. It's better, I like it. The biggest improvement GBA Luigi Circuit makes is providing a better sense of space and direction. The weather stations of the Nitro Track's background barely move even after 180-degree turns, giving the sense that you're not turning at all. The Retro Track corrects this by adding 2 more weather stations to the background, creating a proper sense of space and direction. It's better, I like it. GCN Mushroom Bridge was easily done the dirtiest out of all the Double Dash Retro Tracks. On top of the DS just not looking as nice as the GameCube, the 3 shortcuts are missing. You can't drive on the bridge, you can't drive through the pipe, and you can't drive on the sidewalk. The Wiggler bus is also missing. Sad! It's worse, I don't like it. SNES Choco Island 2 makes the little jumps a hell of a lot bigger, which I dig. It's better, I like it. While N64 Banshee Boardwalk is a faithful adaptation that keeps the Murder Shack as murdery as ever, it kinda drops the ball when it comes to the big fish, old fish, confused, rotund, helpful, just happy to be here. New, stinky fish. Angry. Mouth too big. Stupid. Doesn't tip. And makes the whole track too bright. The Nitro Track is darker and more foreboding. It's better, I don't like it. GBA Sky Garden makes everything more vibrant and adds 2 jumps. Although I miss being able to do this. It's better, I like it. GCN Yoshi Circuit makes many sacrifices in order to be put into Mario Kart DS. None of the piranha plants are in pipes, the flower beds are missing, and this absolute shad of a shortcut is nowhere to be seen. It's worse, I don't like it. Mario Kart DS improves upon every game's Nitro Tracks with the notable exception of Double Dash, but that can be chalked up to the limited hardware of the Nintendo DS. I appreciate this game's fidelity to the games it borrows from, making practically one-to-one recreations of almost every retro track it tackles. Mario Kart Wii provides an even higher degree of quality to its retro tracks. GCN Peach Beach makes up for removing this doofy pipe thing by adding a jump to the previously lackluster pier. Overall, it's more crisp and just looks nicer. It's better, I like it. DS Yoshi Falls improves the visuals and adds a little ramp on the 3rd bridge. It's better, I like it. SNES Ghost Valley 2 adds this little ramp that makes the shortcut possible on time trials, as well as a dash panel into speed bump combo near the finish line. It's better, I like it. N64 Mario Raceway has the piranha plant actually chomping instead of suckling like gross little Venus flyplants. The brick wall by the novelty-sized mushroom was also shortened, and a ramp was placed off to the left just past said mushroom. Lastly, the giant pipe lets you do fun tricks off of it. It's better, I like it. N64 Sherbet Land is much shinier than the Retro Track and adds a jump to the right of the boulder, as well as a dash panel inside the cave. It's better, I like it. GBA Shy Guy Beach turns the cannonball shot by the Shy Guy pirates into bombs that explode after a few seconds. It's better, I like it. DS Delfino Square is recreated in its entirety, down to the same number of crates by the drawbridge, except it looks a hell of a lot nicer. It's better, I like it. GCN Waluigi Stadium adds in half pipes after the 2nd jump, all along the Piranha Plant and Fire Bar section, and just after the 2 flat jumps. The piranha plants are also reversed, being placed right, right as opposed to left, left. The arrow signs are neon green, and this mound of dirt is MIA. Overall, the retro track just feels more like a stadium. It's better, I like it. On top of DS Desert Hills just looking nicer, it gives the fire snakes actual eyes, which is much more comfortable to look at than the solar flare looking fellas of Yold. It's better, I like it. GBA Bowser Castle 3 adds in this weird mud as well as a dash panel ramp. Due to the physics of Mario Kart Wii, you can also drive on the wall for a short stint, which is a real little kid thing to do. The Retro Track does remove Kamek, which was a weird inclusion to begin with. It's better, I like it. N64 DK's Jungle Parkway no longer lets you aim as you go off the big jump, instead always making you go straight. There's also no restless natives throwing rocks at you if you veer off the path, which is probably for the best. And the riverboat has spectators on it. It's better, I like it. The only difference that GCN Mario Circuit has is it makes the bumps near the finish line much larger, allowing you to do fun bounces like this. It's better, I like it. SNES Mario Circuit 3 adds in these two oil slicks and a dash panel by the finish line. It's better, I like it. DS Peach Gardens gives the chain chomps an animation of them closing their mouths so they don't go duh anymore. Also, there are two new jumps right by the Monty Moles. It's better, I like it. GCN DK Mountain changes these two patches of grass to mud, as well as adds 3 wooden ramps on the initial descent, 2 half pipes, and an ominous wind as you cross this totally safe bridge. It's better, I like it. N64 Bowser's Castle makes the imprisoned Thwomp get all pissy when you approach him, but removes the menacing laugh that these two Thwomps have. Bowser's 4 identical self-portraits are a hell of a lot less doofy. The second wooden bridge is partially destroyed and has fire geysers erupting by it, and the jump from the top of the castle tower has a dash panel on it as well as a couple fire geysers. It's better, I like it. I really love Mario Kart Wii's retro tracks. While Mario Kart DS focused on recreating its retro tracks as accurately as possible, Mario Kart Wii starts taking artistic liberties with its retro tracks. However, these artistic liberties only serve to improve upon the existing identity of the tracks, not completely change it, which I think is noble. Getting into Mario Kart 7, this is the first game in the series to start heavily altering its retro tracks, creating an almost revisionist account of how they originally appeared. Also, I'm really sorry that the Mario Kart 7 footage isn't good. I literally had no way to actually capture the 3DS screen, so this is the best solution I could come up with. N64 Luigi Raceway adds a jump right at the beginning and allows you to go into the stands on 2 occasions, which is really neat. It's better, I like it. GBA Bowser Castle 1 removes the left wall from both the second and fourth turn, and adds a glide ramp right near the finish line with a secondary jump you can go off if you're good. Also, liking GBA Bowser Castle 3 from Mario Kart Wii, you can drive on the wall and feel like a little kid again. It's better, I like it. Wii Mushroom Gorge adds in a glider section inside the Mushroom Cave and calls it a day. It's weird because it literally doesn't improve on anything, even visually, as the Wii and 3DS provide approximately equal graphics. And even though I would consider both the Nitro Track and Retro Track to be objective equals, I think the Retro Track is worse for the sole reason that it doesn't improve upon the Nitro Track. I personally believe that a tie-in quality between a Nitro Track and its Retro Track remake should always be given to the Nitro Track. If you're not improving it, why remake it? It's worse, I don't like it. DS Luigi's Mansion changes all the portraits in the mansion to be 3-dimensional boos and adds in 2 glide ramps. Also, you can get hella air off the front porch. It's better, I like it. N64 Koopa Beach overhauls these 4 wooden jumps, replacing them with a sand mound that can be used to reach the glide ramp that allows you to take this shortcut. The 2 jumps by the finish line have also been replaced with dash panel ramps, and there's a stone arch at the finish line. Finally, the ramp that lets you jump this big rock has been replaced with a glide ramp. It's better, I like it. SNES Mario Circuit 2 adds in 2 oil slicks, a wooden ramp, and turns the mega jump into a glide ramp. It's better, I like it. Wii Coconut Mall turns the 2 big jumps leading out of the mall into glide ramps and removes the 3rd car near the finish line. Like with Mushroom Gorge, I think this retro track is worse simply because it doesn't improve upon anything, mechanically or visually. It's worse, I don't like it. DS Waluigi Pinball turns the pinball launch jump thing into a glider section, and that's about it. It does look better than it did on the DS though, I'll give them that much. It's better, I like it. N64 Calamari Desert adds in 4 wooden ramps, as well as 2 glide ramps that can be used to jump the train. Speaking of the train, however, you can no longer drive through the tunnel. Lakitu simply won't have it. Calling this a blow to democracy would be an understatement. It's better, I don't like it. DS DK Pass removes these 2 snowmen during the initial climb, adds in 5 little jumps near the peak of the pass, and changes the big jump near the finish line into a glider section. It's better, I like it. GCN Daisy Cruiser allows you to go either right or left at the start, as well as lets you drive through the swimming pool. From there, the dining room is much more linear than in the Nitro Track, and the cargo hold has been flooded, which I guess isn't cause for alarm or anything. The cannon that launches you from the cargo hold was replaced with a regular dash panel ramp, and I'm surprised it wasn't a glide ramp or anything. It's better, I like it. Wii Maple Treeway turns both the barrel cannon and the net into glider sections. This jump is added and these 4 piles of leaves were removed. As with the other 2 Wii Retro tracks, Maple Treeway is worse simply because it's not better. It's worse, I don't like it. Wii Koopa Cape adds a glider section here for some reason and turns the pipes into an underwater section while removing the Koopa Zappers. For the aforementioned reasons regarding Mario Kart 7's Wii Retro tracks, it's worse, I don't like it. GCN Dino Dino Jungle adds in 2 glider sections and 3 wooden ramps near the finish line. It's better, I like it. DS Airship Fortress turns the cannon into a glider section, but that's the only change it makes. It's better, I like it. SNES Rainbow Road lowers the number of Super Thwomps from 16 to 7 and adds 5 ramps. The Super Thwomps also cause ripples in the track that tricks can be performed off. It's better, I like it. Mario Kart 7's retro tracks fall in this uncanny valley between accurately transcribing the original Nitro tracks and fully reimagining them. It's off-putting to say the least, particularly with the Wii retro tracks, as it really begs the question of what the point was. The retro tracks barely have anything to add, with the exception of glider and underwater sections, of course. Now we get to Mario Kart 8. Whose retro tracks are easily the most ambitious in the series so far, which is both a strength and a weakness. Wii Moo Moo Meadows adds in a glide ramp and both brown and black Moo Moos. Literally, I could watch these cows just vibe for hours. It's better, I like it. GBA Mario Circuit turns the index finger of the track's fist into an elevated zero-gravity section with a dash panel, which I think is pretty rad. There's also 2 oil slicks and a glide ramp, and the side road by the finish line was turned into a proper pit stop, which is just so cute. It's better, I like it. DS Cheep Cheep Beach looks positively gorgeous. The first jump was replaced with a glide ramp, the tide no longer goes in and out, there's a second palm tree right here. The final 2 turns are much more severe, there's a new mud pit, and there are 2 wooden jumps right before the finish line. But holy cow is this retro track pretty. It's better, I like it. N64 Toad's Turnpike is genuinely one of the best retro tracks in the series. It takes the rather bland Nitro track and transforms it into this beautiful drive near Toad City late at night. There are highway walls to drive on, a car toting a surfboard to do tricks off of, and a carrier truck with a glide ramp. The road is also wider and the starting line isn't an emerge anymore. Now, I know this is gonna sound super baby of me, but I still prefer the Nitro track. Something about the Twilight Skybox and the more synthesized music just hits me hard. Listen to the Nitro track song versus the Retro tracks' remix. Is this just nostalgia talking? Yeah, probably. Mario Kart 64 was my first Mario Kart after all. It's better, I don't like it. GCN Dry Desert removes a couple pokies in lieu of some falling obelisks and turns this hilly sandpit into an oasis. But far more catastrophically, the pit plant and tornado are nowhere to be seen. Fall into the sandpit and Lakitu simply saves you from yourself. Also, the Sphinx looks more like Toot and Koopa from Paper Mario, but that might just be me. Overall, the retro track looks so much better, but I kinda dig the higher contrast of the sand and sky that the Nitro track had. And the tornado and pit plant were iconic. The latter actually traumatized me as a kid, as it literally eats you. It's better, I don't like it. SNES Donut Plains 3 removes all the water Monty Moles, as well as 9 of the 11 land Monty Moles, adds in some Cheep Cheeps and a Super Mario World-styled fortress by the water. It's better, I like it. N64 Royal Raceway rearranges some of the piranha plants, adds in a dash panel jump, and turns the super jump into a glider section. It also just looks gorgeous. However, you can no longer drive around Peach's castle, which is yet another blow to democracy. It was such a cool little part of the Nitro track, and I would have loved for it to have made its way into the Retro track. It's better, I don't like it. 3DS DK Jungle turns the Golden Temple into a zero-gravity section and keeps the rest the same. It's better, I like it. DS Wario Stadium introduces a zero gravity, a water, and a glider section. Not much more to say than that. The Retro Track simply adds the 3 gimmicks of Mario Kart 8. It's better, I like it. GCN Sherbetland makes the whole track look like it's taking place during some sort of winter carnival, and adds 2 underwater sections, as well as a glide ramp near the finish line. It's better, I like it. 3DS Music Park offers no functional improvements, instead just making the track look nicer. It's better, I like it. N64 Yoshi Valley replaces the porcupines with Goombas, adds a barrel cannon, a couple ramps, and a jump by the finish line. It also turns the whole track into a Wild Yoshi Sanctuary, which is simply adorable. It's better, I like it. DS Tick-Tock Clock adds a ramp right at the start, a second pendulum with ramp, as well as a ramp before the original pendulum. You now go inside a clock for the alternating gear section, which also has a glide ramp. The second clock face is now a semicircle, and you can ride the hour and minute hands. It's better, I like it. 3DS Piranha Plant Slide changes these 2 Gloombas into regular old Goombas and significantly lengthens the underwater section, turning it zero gravity as well. It's better, I like it. Wii Grumble Volcano adds a glide ramp on the moving octagons and replaces this dash panel with a glide ramp. It's better, I like it. N64 Rainbow Road is evidently the retro track Nintendo was most proud of, as it's depicted on the box art for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and for good reason. It is a beautiful rendition of one of, if not the weakest Rainbow Road tracks in the series. It's gorgeous. The road munching Chomps are instead bouncy balls, the neon portraits are replaced with fireworks, and there's a space train. The best way I can put it is that it's a touching love letter to the series' history, but I still prefer the Nitro Track. There's just something to be said about how comically long it is. Like 6 minutes? You're joking, right? The Retro Track is roughly 4 times shorter than the Nitro Track and is split into 3 sections instead of 3 laps. To me, the most iconic part of Mario Kart 64's Rainbow Road was its absurd length, and to forgo that just doesn't sit right with me. Had the Retro Track been 3 laps instead of 3 sections, then I'd be all for it. It's better, I don't like it. GCN Yoshi Circuit does a bunch of rearranging with the Piranha Plants. It removes the 2 Piranha Plants at the start, adds a 3rd by the flower beds, and removes the 3 by the finish line. It also adds a little ramp right here, but removes this titan of a shortcut. It's a tough call because the Retro Track is positively oozing with charm, but this shortcut is my favorite in any Mario Kart track. It's better, I like it. GCN Baby Park turns the entire track zero gravity and makes the background look like a more impressive theme park. Also, the music gets more and more hectic after each lap is completed until it becomes a cacophony of mental fatigue on the final lap. But I gotta say, I kinda prefer the Nitro Track. I just like the look and feel of it more. It's better, I don't like it. GBA Cheeseland is another great example of what retro tracks have the ability to do. They have the potential to completely one-up what older games' Nitro Tracks simply weren't able to do. There are 2 chain chomps, 2 glide ramps, a zero gravity section, a shortcut, and destructible cheese. There are no more little Mousers, and the 2 large jumps can't leave you SOL like in the Nitro Track. It's better, I like it. Wii Wario's Gold Mine replaces this half-pipe with a lower piece of track that has a dash panel on it and turns the minecart stretch of track into a zero-gravity section. You also can't go as far back on the minecart rails as in the Nitro Track. I don't really like the Retro Track. I prefer not only the minecarts as obstacles, but also how they look in the Nitro Track. It's better, I don't like it. SNES Rainbow Road is the exact same as it was in Mario Kart 7. Like, literally the same, it just looks a lot better. Although I gotta say, this retro track is honestly my favorite one in the entire series. I think it perfectly upgrades the Nitro Track while maintaining its aesthetic and soul. It's better, I like it. 3DS Neo Bowser City turns this part of the track into a zero-gravity section, substituting these puddles for spin boost pillars and adding in some tread-plated tarmac. It's better, I like it. GBA Ribbon Road is one of the best retro tracks in the series. The road is wavy, there's Mecha Koopas, a glider section with giant jack-in-the-boxes, and 2 shortcuts. While there's not nearly as many dash panels as in the Nitro Track, literally everything has been improved upon, turning the once strange land of giant presents into a child's room filled with toys based on our favorite Mario characters. It's better, I like it. While all of Mario Kart 8's retro tracks are better than their Nitro Track counterparts, some of them lose the charm of their original tracks along the way. The visions are so grand that some of the end results are completely unrecognizable. Looking at all these retro tracks was far more insightful than I initially anticipated. I just wanted to make a succinct video listing off all the differences between Nitro tracks and their respective retro tracks, but I ended up seeing how each subsequent Mario Kart game became more and more ambitious with their retro tracks. Mario Kart Super Circuit just kinda puts all 20 Super Mario Kart tracks in the game and expects you to be grateful that they're there. All the retro tracks are worse, and I only prefer Donut Plains 3 for a stupid reason. Mario Kart DS made a point of accurately recreating prior games' Nitro tracks to the best of its ability, while making necessary sacrifices with the GCN tracks, as a sort of testament to the series' history. Only the Double Dash tracks are worse, and I prefer 10 of the 16 retro tracks. Mario Kart Wii starts making small alterations here and there while still keeping the personality and theming of the original Nitro tracks. The biggest changes you'll see is adding a couple dash panels or ramps here and there. All the retro tracks are better, and I prefer them all. Mario Kart 7 adds on to what Mario Kart Wii started. It also adds dash panels and ramps here and there. But the biggest change is the frequency with which the Mario Kart 7 gimmicks, gliding and underwater sections, were added to the retro tracks. 13 retro tracks have glider sections added, and 2 have underwater sections added. I consider these to be a step beyond simply adding a couple ramps, but not to the point where the tracks have been completely reimagined. As I said earlier, it's this uncanny valley between an accurate transcription and a complete overhaul. Again, it almost seems like a revisionist account of how the Nitro tracks were back when they were released, because none of them look that much better. It's just weird. All but the Wii retro tracks are better, and I prefer 11 of the 16 retro tracks. Mario Kart 8 fortunately climbs out of this uncanny valley, and all the retro tracks are incredible. However, they vary wildly in the way they were adapted. Some tracks simply change the backgrounds and add a glider section here and there, some make small alterations to the track and add zero gravity or underwater sections, and some make the track look almost completely unrecognizable. None of these retro tracks fall into the uncanny valley that some of the Mario Kart 7 retro tracks fell into because, if nothing else, they look much better than their original Nitro tracks. All the retro tracks are better, and I prefer all but 6 of them. You'll notice I didn't cover the retro tracks in Mario Kart Tour. I didn't, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't have a way to talk about all the retro tracks that have been cycled in and out through the tournament since the game launched last fall. If I was gonna cover the Mario Kart Tour retro tracks, I'd rather cover them all in one go, but I can't, so I didn't. I'm not gonna do all this work only to half-ass the section on Mario Kart Tour. That'd be in bad taste. But there you have it. Every retro track, excluding the ones found in Mario Kart Tour, compared to its original Nitro track with all the substantial changes noted, as well as an analysis of how retro tracks developed over time, which I found to be really interesting. Really, it begs the question of what the retro tracks of Mario Kart 9 will be like. Take care.